ministry with Making Provisions for Ministries, hosted by Bishop Jerome Jones. This show is all about aiding ministries in financial growth and prosperity. Tune in weekly as we delve into strategies for expanding ministries and acquiring the necessary resources for survival in today's world. Discover practical solutions and actionable steps applicable to any congregation. Don't miss Making Provisions for Ministries with Bishop Jerome Jones. It's time to take your ministry to new heights.
Well, good evening and welcome to Making Provision for Ministries. And that also include each and every one of you that should participate in this particular project. I'm Jerome Jones, and I want to again say welcome to each one of you. And we're in store for an exciting presentation tonight or in this session, whatever time you're getting it. And I just want to take time to talk to you. This is a very informal time to share with you what I have come across and what I am so excited about as I have done whatever the available research that I could do in this, and want to really pass it on to those of you that are in the community. And if you are looking for a way to secure your financial future, if you're looking for a way to provide for your loved ones, for your families, and for your retirement, if you're looking for a way to supplement your income, this is a way that I am so excited about. And I just want to talk to you about this. I don't want to give you any hype. I'm going to share with you some real numbers. I'm going to also be sharing with you some real live accounts. And I'm actually going to establish another account right here on this presentation. So you want to stay tuned to this presentation, and it will be a blessing to you. Now, I'm going to show you a recorded presentation from the members that have already gotten involved. They're just going through the presentation to show you how you can take the advantage of the same opportunity. If you read the description, all of those things that I listed in the description are real, and I'm going to show you them right here during this presentation. So we're going to get started. It may be a little bit longer than normal, but I believe that anything that is worth its weight, especially what I am claiming, it is worth a little time to invest in it. It's worth taking the time to research it. It's worth you dotting all your I's and crossing all your T's, because what I'm talking about is something that'll literally change the life of your own and the life of your family and your grandchildren's and etc. This is, should it go the way I expect it to go, should it accomplish the things that I expect it to accomplish, it will meet all of your financial obligations and then more. This is a very, very lucrative program. We're not talking about just nickels and dimes. We're talking about taking a $100 bill and turning that $100 into literally thousands of dollars and even hundreds of thousands of dollars. I'm going to show you two accounts that I already have, and then I'm going to create a third account again on this presentation. So you want to stay tuned because I want you to see that. But before I do that, I want you to listen to about 35 minutes of a program, of a presentation that coming from others that are involved, others that are actively doing what we're doing. And they're going to explain a lot of this. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to take you behind the doors and into my back office and show you my existing accounts and tell you when I started them, show you what monies are in those accounts as of now. And then I'm going to create another account in real time right here. And the moment I create that account, they're going to be deposited in that account $43,200. And tomorrow, that $43,200 will have made me some more money that will be added to my account balance. And every day that money will compound and it will be adding more income to my balance. And I'll be able to watch it in real time. So I want you to pay attention, and that you don't understand, make a note of it. And I believe that I will be covering it in the presentation when I come back. But let me show you my screen right now, and so that we can get right into the nuts and bolts of the program. So let's go here. I believe is where I want to go. Yes, right here. And now here we have, I paused it. I just started this. So this is the webinar presentation, and it's about 35 minutes long. Get some paper and pencil so you can take notes, so you can write down questions. You have questions, you can write those questions down. You can feed those questions to me, and we'll certainly answer them. You can reach out to me by text or email, and we'll be glad to get in touch with you and answer those questions. Whatever the questions are, there are answers, and we'll be glad to deliver the answer to you. But let's now listen to and watch this presentation.
Staying power. Many of the companies that you may have been involved in require you to pay out a large chunk of money in order to slowly give it back to you with a percentage, and there's nothing wrong with that. But what if you could amass large wealth by only ever putting out $100? What if you could have something set in place for your future income right now? So with this project, you can have that balance. You can have cash you can earn right now and a future growth plan that can yield retirement type funds. So as you know, it can take 20 or 30 years to see any substantial growth from a retirement fund, and that's a long time to wait. But today, you're going to see how you can set yourself up for big payouts, and not in 20 or 30 years, but in 36 months, in 60 months, or 84 months. In today's presentation, I'm going to give you thorough information, very thorough, but it's in order for you to make the best informed decision for yourself. But the project is very simple, runs on autopilot, and of course, it's up to you how you proceed after you see the information. If you have any questions that weren't addressed in the webinar, please put them in the chat afterwards so that they can be answered that way. Please don't do it during the presentation. Keep your microphone muted if you would. Turn up your volumes and take notes if you need to. So let's get into it. So today we're going to be talking about legacy wealth with Cryptex, and this is a $100 financial solution. You're going to learn some key benefits of being associated with the Cryptex project. Cryptex allows you to benefit from a starting balance of $30,240 or $43,200 and only pay a $100 activation fee. So let's first go through the disclaimer. What you hear in this presentation is not financial advice. It is to present you with information. Everything is associated with risk, even your job. Never risk more than you can afford to lose. There are no guarantees of income. You are responsible for your decisions and transactions. Income examples are estimates of what you may earn. So firstly, what is Cryptex? Cryptex is a community-based project where operation is anonymous. That means there's no CEO, company, business, or location. Cryptex utilizes a blockchain-based DeFi staking protocol as its point for earning. Cryptex maintains partnerships with banks, insurance companies, and individual account holders, all working uniformly to generate profits for all of those parties involved. Cryptex provides anonymity for all the parties. It's operating since 2016, and there are currently over 500,000 account holders worldwide. So these are the players. We have the DeFi staking contracts, the account holder or participant, insurance company, and banks. So let's just go over some of the basics. Here's the background on what DeFi staking is. DeFi staking is the process of keeping your assets in a smart contract in exchange for the accumulation of interest. Crypto assets are locked for a contractual period of time in order to generate passive income. Locked assets protects the blockchain network's ability to generate crypto profits as a reward, and the staker or participant receives returns. Now, DeFi staking is considered the modern savings account, but it's much more lucrative because daily rewards are possible with staking. Cryptex averages a variable 0.1 to 0.3 per day from staking and compounds the interest daily for profitable returns. So what is the product or asset behind Cryptex? It's the DeFi hybrid contract. So this is a contractual agreement between the contract, the insurance company, and the bank. Contract contains the provision of capital in USD, which is the starting balance. It's given to the bank, by the bank, to the contract for a term of 3, 5, or 7 years. Users will activate a contract, and each contract has a non-refundable activation fee of only $100. This can be deposited in cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, or Bitcoin Cash, and it's used for distribution and intersystem operations. So the account holder or the person participating, with only a $100 activation fee, you can secure a 3, 5, or 7-year DeFi staking contract, which contains a starting balance of $30,240 for 3 years, $43,200 for 5 years, and $43,200 for 7 years. These starting balances will compound over the length of those terms, 3, 5, or 7 years. So each participant is considered an account holder, and they may open an account anonymously with just an email address when you register. So let's talk about the insurance company. The insurance company behind Cryptex insures the wallet for loss and default, and it was developed by the partner insurance company specifically for this Cryptex project. Well, why would an insurance company do this? Well, the insurance company stands to benefit financially by receiving secure monthly bonuses from the staking profits of every single contract. They receive this without interruption for the entire term of the contract. And it's automated, it removes the human factor, and it assures that they can collect. The bank. Based on the insurance coverage, partner bank they work with provides the capital for the contract, 3, 5, or 7 years. So why would the bank do this? Well, the bank also benefits financially by receiving secure annual interest from the staking profits without interruption for the entire term of the contract. Also automated, removes the human factor, and assures collection. What does that all mean for you? So it means that because of these 4 components, the DeFi staking contract, the account holder, banks, the insurance company, that profits are able to be generated with the addition of compounding. So let's take a look at the contract expectations and the power of compounding. So here we're looking at the contract expectation of a 3-year contract. Now you can see on the left-hand side in red, the contract capital is $30,240. Now at the very top on the right-hand side, highlighted in yellow, you can see the starting balance, $30,240. And remember, this is not your funds. These are funds that are given by the bank to the DeFi staking contract. Your $100 activates the staking contract. So now if you scroll all the way to the bottom where it says 1095, you can see after compounding, after 3 years, 36 months, the amount is $65,337 on average. So after the time frame of 3 years, the $30,240 that was loaned from the bank to the DeFi staking contract is then returned to the bank because that was a loan. Now the user who activated that contract then is left with $35,097 in profit that you as a user get to keep for one $100 contract. Okay, this is what sold me on it when I saw this, guys. It's massive. But let's take a look at the 5-year contract. Here's the contract expectations for the 5-year contract. The starting capital is $43,200. You can see on the right-hand side, highlighted in yellow, there's the starting balance. Now, if you scroll to the bottom, after 1,824 days, 60 months, the amount comes out to $514,687 on average. And the bank is going to take back their loan of $43,200, and the user, which would be you or I, or whoever activates a $100 contract for 60 months, gets returned to them $471,487. That's amazing. So you can see there's a substantial difference between a 36-month contract or a 60-month contract. One 36-month contract is estimated to return $35,097. That's just one. One 60-month contract is estimated to return $471,487 in profit to the account holder. Now, each contract compounds daily interest on that starting balance, as we just showed, and averages between 0.1 and 0.3% per day or higher. That's how we came to that number. This is all for the same $100 activation fee, and you can have multiple contracts, not just one. So you're not limited to one contract. And guys, if you haven't been on this presentation before, this is brand new. We used to be allowed to have 20 contracts. We are now allowed to have 80 contracts. 80 contracts are allowed per account, and only one account is allowed per user. And you can see right here on the right-hand side, I made sure to confirm that with Cryptex. We are really excited about this news because many of us had our maximum of 55 contracts, and now we are allowed to have 80. So this is wonderful news. There's a special package that allows you to get 15 free contracts, which we'll talk about in another slide. So here is the screenshot of a member who made a withdrawal in May of 2022. Why is this important? It's important because that means this contract started in 2019. So you can already see how far back this goes. This is a withdrawal to that person's wallet of $96,700. Here's another screenshot of withdrawals made by another member, and he made 100,000, 112,000, 100,000, 100,000, and you can just see the rest of them. So I just wanted to show you what's possible. This was withdrawn on the dates seen here directly to this person's wallet. Now here in November, we had the privilege of seeing a completed contract withdrawal by a member who was kind enough to record this for us, because this is an anonymous project and a lot of people want to stay anonymous. So this person actually shared his back office, and he shared the email that you can see on the left-hand side, just under 400,000 that was withdrawn to his wallet. Now, in the arrow on the lower right-hand side, you can see the contract start date was November 20th of 2020, and the end date was November 21st of 2023, exactly 3 years later. And this was just remarkable because this particular person did not buy these contracts for himself. They were purchased for him by his sponsor as a gift because he heard about Cryptex in 2019 and didn't do anything with it. So the following year in 2020, his sponsor gifted him contracts, and this was the result. So he was so excited about it. He did a short call and showed us his back office before he made the withdrawal, and then the funds in his wallet, which you can see was over 10 Bitcoin right here on the right-hand side. He was super excited. You can see that call if you want to by going to memberwithdrawal.com. So either take a screenshot of this or write it down so you can check out that video. It's really exciting to see. So let's talk about blockchain transparency, because the blockchain is irrefutable. Transactions can be viewed on the blockchain. So in this image from blockchain.com Explorer, you can see just one of the wallets that was used by Cryptex for withdrawals. The Bitcoin balance that can be seen here is 51 Bitcoins in this wallet. And at the current price, that's over $3 million. Now, this particular wallet made over 110,000 transactions on the blockchain and did a total volume of $266 billion. You can also see this video that a member made, actually outlining how he found this wallet by going to dailypaysolution.com. Now, this is a new slide, and this is really exciting. This is new blockchain confirmation, compelling blockchain evidence. He's an upline member who followed a blockchain address that was used to pay him. So when we get paid in commissions or what have you, you get a wallet address, and he used it to follow that address and identified massive holdings within another Cryptex wallet. So the Bitcoin balance that can be seen here is 813 Bitcoin, more than 813 Bitcoin. And I believe now if you go to this wallet address, it's even higher. On August 13th, the current holdings of this wallet were $49 billion and more. Now, you can see the blockchain confirmation. He also put this document together that if you go to tinyurl.com/new blockchain, you can see this document. You can also copy that address for yourself, and you can go over to Blockchain Explorer yourself and check it out. These were withdrawals to members that were made in the month of June. So here you can see we have over 2 million, over 2 million, over 2 million, over 2 million, 10 million, 549,000. This is incredible. Now you can see why people want to stay anonymous. And I almost did not put this slide in here because a lot of people just can't believe this, but here it is right in front of your face on the blockchain. We have the ability to see it. We have this knowledge. So I wanted to share it with you guys just to get you excited, because these people obviously have several contracts, and that's why they were able to withdraw so much. So putting it all together, an account holder has a contract. So for example, one contract, $100. The bank provides the capital to the DeFi staking contract. Each contract is insured by the insurance company, and at the end of a contract term, the capital lent to the DeFi staking contract is then paid back to the bank. All parties stand to profit from each and every contract. The account holder, which would be you or I, only takes care of a $100 USD activation fee for this entire process. Now, here are the 4 choices for Cryptex contracts. They keep it pretty simple. Each contract is $100 regardless of the length of time you choose. So if you chose a DeFi hybrid 36-month contract, $100. DeFi hybrid 60-month contract, $100. 84-month contract, $100. Then there's the special 36-month package where you can purchase it for $1,000, and instead of it being $1,500, it's only $1,000. You get 15 contracts. That's 5 for free. And that's only going to be here while it's still available. It's been here for a while. We just don't know when or if they could take it down. You're allowed to have 3 of those. So that special package is limited. Again, you can get the 15 contracts for the price of 10. It's only applicable for 36-month contracts. You can't interchange 60-month or 84-month contracts. It's a package, a bundle for 36-month contracts. So you can have 3 of those special contracts. So for example, $3,000, you get 45 contracts instead of only 30. So if one contract yields you $35,097, just do the math. Now here's an overview of Cryptex primary benefits. You earn passive income, generate interest from staking 24/7, 365 days a year, no personal capital needed, fixed starting capital from the bank, $30,240, $43,200. It's affordable. It's a $100 activation fee. 36, 60, or 84-month staking contracts. The daily compounding average is 0.1 to 0.3%. 80 contracts are allowed per account. Over 500,000 members worldwide. There's probably more by now. Withdrawals are in Bitcoin. It's an 8-year project. This is starting in 2016. Total anonymity for all parties. The capital is insured. There's no financial or contractual obligation to you. It's an optional builder's plan. There's instant commissionable payouts with that optional builder's plan. There's a special contract package where you can get 5 free contracts and 15 if you choose to get 3 of those. So now, if you choose to do the sharing side of Cryptex and you want to earn referral awards now while you're waiting for your contracts, there's 3 aspects of the referral compensation. So here there are 3 ways to earn. 1, you have direct commissions, rewards from the referral program, and these commissions are available instantly. 2, there's daily profit sharing. These are staking rewards from your referrals that come at the end of their contract period. And 3, leader commissions. There's a rewards-based leader program that pays you monthly. Very simple. So here are the 3 ways to earn at a glance. You have the commissions that are paid out directly on 3, 5, and 7-year contracts. You have level 1, 30%. So on a $100 contract, you're getting $30. So now all the way down to level 10, you can see the percentages. But let's just talk about the direct commissions. So for personally referred, getting $30 on 3, 5, or 7-year contracts, what if someone purchases more than one? Well, for example, one person can purchase 20 contracts. So it's $30 times 20. Your commission is $600 on that one person. So it's very lucrative. You can withdraw that if you want to, or you can use it to buy more contracts for yourself. And you can see here on the right-hand side, this is an overview of a member who earned over $20,000 in just 2 months by sharing Cryptex. So it's very possible, and it's very possible to earn fast. So the second way to earn is the daily profit sharing, which is paid at the end of your contract, at the end of their contract. So in other words, you can earn 8% on level 1, the people you introduce, all the way down through level 20, the people they introduce. Let's take a look at what that looks like. So you're paid on 20 levels below you. You'll see the daily accumulation from these profits of your referrals. And these profits are paid to you at the end of their contract, just like you would be paid at the end of your 3 or 5-year contract. When their contracts pay out, that's when you're going to get your commission on those locked profits. So for example, if your referral purchases a 15 contract special, your profit sharing from that one person calculated over the 3 years averages on level 1, your direct referral, $40,000. Level 2, $25,000. Level 3, $25,000, and all the way down the line. So this is really a remarkable feature that a lot of people are not recognizing because it's not front commission, but you see it accumulating in your back office, and whoa, is it massive. So the leader bonus, 3 qualifications there are for leader bonus, and I highly recommend trying to work toward this as a goal. We have many people who have reached this goal already, and all you need is 100 directly sponsored people who you've introduced, and they have to have at least one $100 contract. So 2 would be have a total of 100,000 volume in your entire team. That's 1,000 contracts. Once those qualifications are met, you receive a $5,000 bonus, which is 5% of those 1,000 contracts that's paid out to you retroactively. And then 3, those 100 you'll need 100 new contracts each month from your first or second level, which is very easy to do when you have 100 directly sponsored members who also have people in their team. And you are paid then 5% additional monthly on all your contracts in your downline to infinity, not 20 levels, infinity, an additional $5 per contract. And this adds up. Here you can just see that in a little further detail. When the qualifications are reached, you receive that $5,000 bonus and that additional $5 per contract for every new contract in your team. Infinitely, doesn't matter how many levels it goes deep. It truly is a life changer. So here you can see on the right-hand side is a member who received a leader award of $5,000 after that goal was reached. So that's definitely something, if you want to build, to strive for. Just share the information with people. We have a really good way to do that. So you're not left on your own figuring out how to share Cryptex, which a lot of companies do. You have to create it yourself. And this has already been created for you. So we have a marketing portal for Cryptex. It's free for members. And when you go in there, you can see all the different copy and paste items that you can use. So you can see autoresponder messages, you can see graphics that you can just take and post, social posts that you can put on any of your social media accounts, tons of copy and paste ads, PowerPoints, videos, everything you can think of. You can find it here, and you don't have to figure out what it is that you want to say. You just copy and paste and mix and match, and you're good to go. And coming soon is on-demand webinars. You can send your prospects too. So this way, if a webinar isn't done every week, because I don't do them every week, then you will have a way to send someone to an on-demand webinar where they can feel like they're on live and they can see a webinar and they can get going with you. So this is something that we're putting together. So let's go through just a few commonly asked questions about Cryptex. We've noticed this is one of the most commonly asked questions is, can I withdraw at any time during the staking term? So your profits are locked during the staking term. So generated profits from the stake income is available for withdrawal when the contract reaches the completion of its duration, but not before. That means you have to wait 3 years, the 5 years, or the 7 years, 36 months, 60 months, or 84 months. Profit is able to be generated upwards of that 35,000 that we saw and higher because it's due to the compounding takes place during that staking period. You have to have that time for compounding to take place. To instantly earn, you can share the project with others and withdraw anytime you have a balance 100 or higher, which many people are doing. Where does the money come from? And this is a great question. Banks loan the starting balance to the DeFi staking contract. DeFi protocols earn through its lending use during the time that the staking pool is locked. Fees are gained during the lockup period and in turn can be allocated to daily profit results. Now, based on the starting balance, the funds are generated through the DeFi staking and they're compounded 0.1 to 0.3% per day, 24/7 for 36, 60, or 84 months without let up. The ending balance is the result that we showed you after the staking time frame. Now, why would Cryptex only charge $100 per contract for such a return? I asked this question in the beginning too, and it's a great question. That's because all of the parties involved, Cryptex, the bank, insurance company, and you as the account holder, earn substantial profits on each and every contract purchase, each one. So a $100 handling fee is all that's required from you as an account holder because the bank earns 6.75% per year variable interest rate on each and every 36-month contract. I really want to drive this home. And 5.5% per year variable interest rate on each and every 60-month contract. Remember, people will have more than one. The insurance company stands to earn $210 per month as an insurance fee each and every 36-month contract, and a $300 per month insurance fee each and every 60-month contract. Well, let's break it down a little more and definitely take a screenshot of this because you will have people asking you how this works, and this breaks it down for you. So Cryptex earns on a 36-month contract $30, okay, for a total of $1,080 at the end of 36 months. On a 60-month contract, also $30, that comes out to $1,800. We're talking one contract here, guys. The bank earns on a 36-month contract $30,240 starting balance of 6.75% interest times 3 years, $6,023. On a 60-month contract, that comes out to $11,880. Now, the insurance company, we're talking the same contract here. On a 36-month contract, they earn $210 a month for a total of $7,560. And on a 60-month contract, $300 a month for a total of $18,000. Imagine, though, that you have 15 of these contracts, okay? Because we just talked about one. You had 15. The insurance company alone on a 36-month contract earns $113,400. And on a 60-month contract, $270,000. So many people, 50, 55 contracts, we're now allowed to have 80. So you can see clearly how much is being earned in this method where the marriage of the bank and the insurance company and the DeFi staking contract and you can see what's being earned very clearly. And that's what makes this exciting. That's what makes this different. That's what makes this unique. So how can I sign, or can I sign up my family? And yes, you can. you cannot place referrals underneath a family member's account in order to stack referral commissions. And many of you know what this is all about. So please don't do it, because you can definitely lose your account. Family members must be placed under your referral link only. So in other words, if you're a husband and wife and the husband gets started, the wife would have to go under the husband and all the kids would have to go under the husband. That's it. It's plain and clear. They need to register with their own email address and their own Bitcoin wallet address. You can't fund an account from a different account from the same wallet. Be very careful you guys don't do this, or it looks like stacking. So you can build your downline by referring members to your own account, and it is very strictly enforced. People have lost their accounts by doing this. Please don't take a chance. Can I refer and earn commissions without my own contract? No, in order to earn, you must have at least one $100 contract yourself, and then you can earn commissions exactly like we just showed within the compensation plan. How long does it take to receive a withdrawal? So after requesting a withdrawal, it may take up to 72 hours to receive a confirmation email if you made this request. You must reply yes to receive your withdrawal if you requested the withdrawal. Then receipt to your crypto wallet is within 12 to 72 hours after replying to the confirmation email. When trying to log in, why do I sometimes get a message that I'm still logged in? A lot of times this happens, it means you just didn't log out of your last session. If you wait 30 to 40 minutes and try again, you should be able to log in. This part's important. When logging in from a mobile device, you can enter your email and your password, but don't click the login button. Just allow the platform to log you in automatically, and the system will just do that once you enter your password and email. Why does the website say contracts sold out? The contracts being referred to are former contracts which Cryptex no longer offers. We tell people don't refer to the current website because it's not being updated since they're working on a new website and back office. They do not update that website. So it's not something to refer to and get accurate information. If Cryptex is running since 2016, why is the website registered in 2021? This is when Cryptex was brought online with a back office and a website. And prior to this, they weren't operating publicly. How is Cryptex legitimate if we don't know who's behind it? Well, there's blockchain transparency, which we just showed you on every single transaction, and contracts executed on the blockchain are irrefutable. They're stored in a distributed database, which cannot be changed or tampered with, and payments and withdrawals have been proceeding uninterrupted. Past experience, as many of you may know, if you've been in companies that have a visible CEO, time and again has proven that this has no bearing on the legitimacy of a company or business. The appeal of Cryptex is the anonymity of all parties. This lends to an independence of a frontier project without interference. Validation points. Okay, so take a screenshot of this slide as well, because this is a good one. Commissions. Immediate commission payouts are more than what you pay in. So for example, instantly available Bitcoin commissions on a $100 contract pays out a minimum of 140 in upline commissions. That would be a ludicrous commission structure. It will collapse very early on. And as we've already showed you, Cryptex has been running for years. You could see just by the screenshots that we showed previously. So this one factor alone provides validation that Cryptex successfully works with their 4 unique components. Limitation on deposits. Cryptex limits the allowed number of staking contracts, now 80 contracts. So there's a strict limit on how much can even be paid into the system. This is completely opposite of how almost every other company operates. Most companies welcome as much money as you want to put in, and they never limit deposits. When have you heard of a company saying, no, you want to give me 100,000, I'm not going to take it? No, Cryptex will not allow that here. So there's limitations on deposits, and that reduces risk. Blockchain proof. Blockchain is irrefutable, and thanks to deeper research that we showed you into just one of those Cryptex Bitcoin wallets, now we have 2. There is video proof also of an interesting discovery, which is billions of dollars in transactions in just one of the many Cryptex wallets. Payment proofs. There's verification provided from long-term members, as we've shown, of very large withdrawals to completed contracts. We also have a video of the most recent one that was done. And Bitcoin payments that we've seen are in the hundreds of thousands of dollars. So here's some further benefits. Cryptex is able to run undisturbed with anonymity. Only an email address is required to open a Cryptix account, and only a Bitcoin wallet is required to receive your payout. That prevents vulnerability for the receiver, and it represents the best kind of security in which there can be no interference by a controlling party. And that is rare and significant. Cryptix logic has also been internally consistent 100% of the time. That means no internal contradictions have been identified. Any complaints found online are not correct or from an entirely different project that uses the Cryptix name. For example, there's one called Cryptix Finance. That is not our Cryptix. Better than we've ever seen before. Well, why are people flocking to Cryptix? It's all of the above. It's unique, it's original, it's profitable, secure, that has never been done before in any space. So the conclusion is that it's hard to look at anything else when you know these bulletproof credentials. We are part of a very exclusive group of people who are utilizing a virtual platform for compounding rewards. Take advantage and max out your passive income, especially while that 15 contract special is available. I just wanted to say, I hope everyone enjoyed the presentation. Thank you so much for being here and putting up with me not feeling so well. And just to wrap up, I really want everyone to understand that the compounding is what's so powerful here. And for that, just that $100 activation fee, there's nothing that you need to do. You don't have to share it. You don't have to tell anyone what you're doing. You could just benefit from the payout. Or of course, you can share with the tools that we have and earn some funds in the meantime. But if you're a part of that 1% who realizes that you should be thinking about a future plan and not just living for today, then at least a $100 contract should be on your list of things to do. So the information presented to you today is just for you to make an educated decision about what's best for you and to have some options. But if you decide that you do like what you saw here today, you can choose to grow your wealth by putting a contract in place for yourself now. The special contract is currently still available, and I would say take advantage of that savings. That's a $500 savings, and if you choose to do 3 special contracts, like many of us have done, that's a $1,500 savings. So please get back to the person who invited you to this call, get their link and instructions for registration, and purchase your first contract. So everyone have a great day. Thank you so much for attending, and I'll talk to you next week.
Hello.
Have a good one, everybody.
Well, we're going to come back here now as we turn back from that. That is a presentation that I wanted you to see. There's a lot more. But that's the gist of it. And I'm going to cover some, and I'm going to actually do a live contract right here in a few minutes. I'm going to show you my back office, and I'm going to show you the accounts that I opened. One account I opened in December of 2024, and I opened a second account in March 2025. And I'm going to show you those accounts, and I'm going to open another account today. And in this case, I'm going to allow you to see me in real time opening another, not another account, but getting or activating another contract. I activated a contract in December, a 3-year contract. And then I activated a 5-year contract in the month of March 2025. So those 2 total contracts, when they expire in that term, will bring $500,000 profit. Now, I know that sounds like it's an impossibility, but I want you to remember that it's not the $100. The $100 is just to activate the contract. And the reason they need you and I is because the banks cannot make a loan to themselves. They have to attach the loan to another entity other than themselves, and then someone has to, a physical person has to be activating that particular contract. And so that's where you come in at, and myself, and we pay a one-time non-refundable $100 activation fee. We get to choose whether we want a 3-year term or a 5-year term or a 7-year term. No matter which term we choose, the activation fee is still the same $100. But the 3-year term will net me and you approximately $35,000. The 5-year term will net you or I approximately $471,000 on average. The 7-year term will net you and I approximately $1 million on average. So that's the difference. You can decide how many contracts you want up to the limit that they allow, and you can activate contracts at any given time until you reach the limit that they allow. Each contract is $100, and each $100 will go for either 3-year, 5-year, or 7-year, whichever one you select. Now, let's talk about just briefly here. Well, let's not do that. Let's just go back and let me see where my count is. I'm going to have to probably refresh this and get into my account again. But I'm going to go back to sharing my screen, and this time we're going to go into my back office. I want you to see this in real time because it is just so important. It is just so important that you understand this and see it in real time operation. Now, earlier today, I used my Cash App and I purchased $100 in Bitcoin from Cash App through my Cash App account. It's an easy process. And when I purchased $100 through my Cash App, I sent it to my Cryptex wallet. And there you see, if you look right here, where it said last deposit came to $97.99 US dollars. That's what went into this account. And I already had $5.20 in it. So that brought me to $103 here and 19 cents. That's how much money is available right now in my Cryptex wallet that I could pull out, cash out, make a purchase, do whatever I choose to do with it. But look on this side, you see that I have a total of $77,854.29, and it is returning an upward trend of plus 6%. That is remarkable. Now, let's look at this $77,854. Let's look at it, and you'll see here there is a total of 2 contracts, 2 DeFi hybrid contracts. That's right there. That's how many I have. And you'll see right here the loan amount, the loan in the staking pool is $73,440. Now, where did that come from? That came from the banks. The banks loan the DeFi staking contract this money so that I could use this money, which is the capital that will get interest, that it will be compounded and paid interest to my account every day. The 3-year contract had a working starting capital of $30,240. The 5-year contract had a starting capital of $43,200, and that makes up the $73,440. So let's look underneath this now, and you'll see that the profit right here is $4,414. That is my take-home money. So now let's do the math again. For $200 is what I use to activate these 2 contracts. And I've got a balance in my take-home account of $4,414. And tomorrow it will be $4,500 and some dollars. And it'll keep growing every day. I'll be able to come into my back office and take a look at it. So when this amount is added, this 4,000 is added to the 73,000, that gives us the 77,000. That is your total stake balance. So now on tomorrow, they're going to pay me the compounded interest on the 77,000. So now the staking balance is getting higher every day, which means I'm going to get a higher profit return every day also. So this is just a remarkable setup because I don't have to do anything. I know that when you saw the presentation, there is a element or a component of this program where you can actually share the program and earn a lot of money. But I simply wanted to focus everyone on the fact that you don't have to do absolutely nothing and you can make this kind of money. You have the potential to earn hundreds of thousands of dollars and not have to do anything if you don't choose to do any sharing whatsoever. No meetings, no monthly fees, no recruiting. There is nothing for you to do if you choose not to do anything, and you can still earn from your 3-year contract, your 5-year contract, or your 7-year contract, whichever one that you choose for you and your needs. Now, let's look a little bit further. Here we see that the last profits, which was earlier today, this was added $104.02. Now, just imagine making that money every day and the amount getting higher every day without you having to do anything. I can assure you that your pension plan is not like that. I can assure you that your 401k will not match this. I can assure you that much of what you have been exposed to cannot stand side by side this particular project, okay? Because you're not exposed to, you don't have any financial exposure outside of the activation fee. So the activation fee is $100 no matter which contract term you choose. So your maximum exposure is $100. So let's say the worst case scenario that should happen, you will only be exposed to the loss of $100 over 3 years or over 5 years. Now, just imagine if that would have been true for the stock market that just lost $10 trillion. Just imagine if that would have been true for your 401k when the stock market crashed. This is such a safe and the least exposure, and that's what it makes it so attractive, because the small guy that doesn't have a lot of money, that's living paycheck to paycheck, cannot afford catastrophic losses. And this levels that playing field for the individuals like you and myself. Okay. So now let me go a little bit further and let's scroll down here a little bit further because I'm getting ready. You can see here there's two DeFi hybrid contracts that are active. And if we scroll down a little bit further to tell you which ones are active, right here we can see I have one active 36 month, and underneath it I have one active 60 month. And just for your knowledge, the 36-month contract was established in the month of December. And I'm going to try to go there and look at it again because I think we can see some more charts on it. But it was okay. So what did I just do? I just did something that I didn't want to do. Let's see. I don't know why that happened. And so that apparently that locked signed me out. Let me sign back in. Let me see if I can log back in. I want to show you this, and I hope that you will hang in there with us for a while because we're talking about the possibility of a life-changing experience. Okay, so it's worth the time. I know a lot of times people want to be quick, fast, and in a hurry, but usually when you do things like that, you lose. When people are trying to sell you something and they don't want you to focus on the things that you need to focus on. So I want to make sure that we give you all the points that we can possibly give you. Here you're looking at now these numbers. This is the total staked balance. See, that's what I'm talking about right here. Right now it is up at $77,854 and change. It started from a balance of $73,440. That is the total loan from the banks. See, this is the money that the banks loan to this DeFi staking contract. And you can look right here and see again the numbers just repeating. I have gained a profit of $4,414.29. This figure right here is what I received today, $104.02 today. So let's look at each contract individually. This is the 36 month contract right here. Active stake balance DeFi 36. Now the bank loaned me the contract $30,240. As of today, on this 36 month contract, the balance is now $32,575 and some change. That means that this 36-month contract has made a profit for me of $2,335.61. Today, that contract was paid 26. That contract paid me $26.62. It's a 3-year contract. So it's a vast difference between your 3-year contract and your 5-year contract, like $435,000 difference. So now let's look at the 5-year contract. This is the 60 month right here. You can see that. And so far, the bank made a loan to the contract of $43,200. Then today, the total is $45,278 and some change. That means that I have a profit. I made a profit of $2,078.69 from that 5-year contract. And let's go back a moment. The 3-year contract started in December of 2024. This 5-year contract started March the 22nd, 2025. So this contract has only been here 1 month and 1 week, and it has already made me a profit of $2,078. So you can see how quick this compounding interest will grow your money. Today, this contract paid me $77.40. See, so that's what I want you to really notice, that I am not doing anything. I don't have to do anything. All the work that I need to do is done in one transaction. And once that transaction is completed, I don't have to do anything else. And I will receive payment every day. So guys, I want you to really give some thought to this. Now, let me stroll a little bit further, because there's some more information here, I believe. And that's what I've already covered this. These are the 2 contracts, the 60 month and the 36 month. These are the figures that you're looking at, what I've just gone over. So now let's see what else we can look to. I'm going to just simply go to my wallet again, and I'm going to I'm going to get another contract. Let's do that. No, not the deposit, not the overview. Let's see. Well, let's go here and see what I'm going to do there. Let me see if I can log into the right window here. Yeah, this is just showing the deposit funds there. I actually want to just go to my wallet, and I want to actually get another contract in real time so that you'll get a chance to see it. And in seeing it, you'll see how easy it is to get this done. Now I'm back here at my wallet, and you can see that here is the balance. So in this balance is $103.19. Now I'm going to activate another contract. So what is it? How do I do that? Come right here and hit apply DeFi hybrid contracts. So when I click that button, it takes me to the page where I can choose. Here we have the 36 months staking right here, and it is processing fee is $100. Secured capital is active, which means the insurance company will secure this loan as soon as I sign up for it. As soon as I click it, it's going to start the process of everything, and the insurance company will have it 100% insured, and I will not have any financial exposure, and I will also be added the $43,200 to my staking balance, and that will give me a higher profit return starting tomorrow. Okay, so now let's look at this. I'm looking at 36 months. That's the one I want. No, I don't want the 36 months. I want the 5-year program. So I'm not going to click on any of those. I'm going to see if I can go to the 5-year one. No, I don't want 36 months. So I'm going to have to go back, and because I want the 5-year program, 5-year contract. And I suggest to you, I really suggest to you to get the 5-year program, at least 5 year, because 3 years will go by quick, and so will 5. And if you'll get the 5-year program, you will not regret having to wait that extra 2 years to pick up an extra $435,000. I mean, it just makes sense. It makes sense to have a combination so that at 3 years you can get an influx of money, but you do want 5-year contracts as much as you can. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen and come back to this live here with you. And then while we're talking, I'm going to go ahead and open up my window here, and I can still talk to you, but I want to see what I want to get to the window where I can actually deposit overview. I want to get to the window where I can actually do the purchase of the account. And I'm seeing the 36 month, and I'm not seeing the 60 month, and that's the one that I'm looking for. I'm looking for the 60-month deal. Okay, so I've successfully logged out. So now I'm going to try to log back in, and I'm going to try to go to the right window. This will take just a moment. So if you're following along with us, I'm actually going into my back office for Cryptex wallet, and I'm attempting to get another wallet here, not another wallet, but attempting to get another contract, to activate another contract. And so let's see, it says active staking. I'm seeing everything that I used to see, but I'm not seeing the 5-year option. And I know it's here. Oh, I don't think I didn't click on the button. So just kind of bear along with this for a while. I know that just need a little patience here. I wanted to do this in real time, I could click and do a 3-year, but I'm not going to do a 3-year because I already have a 3-year, and I want to do a 5-year, another 5-year contract, so that, which is far better if you can do a 5-year than doing um, a simple 3-year. If you can do a 5-year, do the 5-year so that you can have the benefit of that extra $435,000, even though it's going to be 2 years later. But there's no, 2 years to pick up the extra 400 and some $1,000 is not a bad trade-off. Now I'm at this page and I'm not seeing what is. Okay, this is my withdrawal page here, but I'm not going to withdraw any funds there. Not do that. I don't need to withdraw any funds like that. I need to use these same funds. I deposited this in here today, earlier. So here's my active contracts. And I want to get another one. Okay, I'm not seeing it there. So guys, if you're following along with us, I'm looking for my page, and this is more me than anything else. Not locating the page. Let me go here and see if I can get this to down. I'm going to try to bring this down to a smaller window, and maybe it'll show up when I go to my apply for contracts. There it is. See, I had it up too high in the Zoom. So now I'm back here. I'm going to try to make it up a little bit bigger so that you can, there it is. That's a better size. So guys, I wanted you to see this. Now you notice that I have had 2 contracts already, but I'm going to select this one contract right here, this 60-month. So when I click this that says start your staking, I'm going to do it right there. And there it is. It says DeFi 60 pack staking selected. And now when I hit this continue button, it's going to take $100 out of my deposit account wallet, activate this 60-month account, and all the numbers are going to change. My staking balance will change, and etc. So let's do it. We're going to continue. And there we have it. Choose your staking and start earning. This is for me to confirm. It's the 60-month, $100 contract, the secured capital. It's always good. This is one of the biggest aspects of this project. The fact that the bank is loaning the money and the insurance company is guaranteeing it, so that if there's any kind of default, I don't have no exposure, and yet I have the opportunity to gain substantially. So let's look at this, and I'm here to confirm. And so when I click on that, it's going to populate and show us the results. And it's taking a little minute there, but it's turning. Now we have it. Now you can see right here that my balance have dropped down to $3.19. See, because it took $100 out. That's what I'm left with in my available balance of my wallet. You can see this number here has changed from 84,000 or 85,000 to $121,054.29. So that number has changed. You can also see the number of active contracts that I have now went from 2 to 3, and you can see which 3 they are. If you come down here now, and you'll see that right here, I still got one 36-month contract, but now I have 2 active 60-month contracts. So let me just show you what this means in real return as I move forward. Now, 5 years from today, that contract that I just did will on my birthday, 5 years from now, that contract will be released, and I'll pick up another $471,000. And that's without me doing any work whatsoever. The work that I just did is all that I have to do. And that's what I want you to see. So I'm going to stop sharing. Oh, I didn't share my screen. Oh, wow. Guys, I did that without sharing my screen. Are you kidding me? That's the whole purpose I was doing this, so that you can see it. But let me just share my screen and allow you to see that those transactions did take place. I did all of that so that you could see it, and I forgot to go back and hit the shared my screen button. So let's go back and let's look into it again. Okay, so you see here, when you looked at this before, it had $103 in it. Now it only has $3.19. When you looked at this, it was 80-some thousand was in it. Now there's 121,000. That is the amount that's going to be compounded tomorrow, and I'm going to get the interest from that tomorrow, because now the bank had already given $43,200 to that 5-year contract, and I just activated it. And the activating it means it starts compounding, and that's the moment it starts earning you money. If you activate it, you start earning money from it. Not only do you earn money from it, but the banks earn money from it. The insurance company earn money from it. Cryptex earn money from it. All parties earn money from it. If you can see here, I had two contracts. Now I have 3. Going back over here too, you can see that this number changed from 80-some thousand to 100, from 70-some thousand, from $77,440. It went up to $116,640. That's the additional 43,200. That's the additional $43,200 that the contract was just given. That 5-year contract, the bank put another $43,200 into the loan staking pool, and now this amount plus this amount, which is my profits already, is going to has become this amount, and this is the amount that is going to be uh, compounded, and tomorrow I'll start getting the interest on this amount. So it's an exciting opportunity because now I don't have to do any work. If I don't do anything else, these contracts are still going to be working, making me money every single day without me referring anybody, without me attending any meetings, without me buying any products, selling any products, without me recruiting anyone. These accounts are going to be making me an income every single day, and I'm going to be able to log into my back office and see that this amount right here is going to be bigger and bigger every single day, 7 days a week and 365 days a year. So I want to encourage you to look diligently at this, because the worst case scenario, again, each contract costs me $100 to activate. But the worst case scenario, I'm going to stop sharing my screen now and I'll come back and close us out. But the worst case scenario here is that if nothing happens in 5 years, well, I've lost this $300. Now let's just see what that comes out to be in losses every year. That means I've lost in 5 years. That means I've lost about 75, 80, $75, not quite $75. 5 years. I'm only out of $300 for these 3 contracts. So if I spread it out over 5 years, you're talking about less than $75 a year. Now take 75 and divide it into 30 days. Every 12 divide that 75 into 12 months. And you're talking about $8, $9 a month. And think about what the possibilities now of that $9 a month can possibly bring you in secured income. See, when you look at the exposure versus the gain, you are in a position that many other investors, many other stockholders, many people that have invested their monies in other things would love to be in that kind of position. A position that all of their investment is 100% secured and takes away all of their financial exposure. This is an amazing opportunity. And if it works out, then we have, from that $300, have $1 million return in 5 years. Now, this is not new. I want to just say this. This is not new in the sense of compounding interest. What is so unique about this is that the element of you and I having to choose things to trade for, things to buy on the stock market, has to choose the quality and high yielding investments. That's what makes this so attractive, because we don't have to know any of that. We don't have to get involved with any of that. We have nothing to do with the management of the accounts. We don't have to make any other investments, any other payments. We're not making an investment. We're actually activating a smart contract that already have a starting capital balance of either $30,240 or $43,200. Now, you got to see this from this position as well. Would the banks be giving this loan of $30,000 and $40,000 if they didn't have a real high expectation for them to earn money? Because the money that the banks give belongs to people, and the banks now is assigning this money to these contracts because the yielded return is phenomenal and benefits the bank. The insurance company is guaranteeing these loans to the bank, taking away all the risk from the bank, and the insurance company is making $210 a month for every 3-year contract and $300 a month for every 5-year contract. So the insurance company is making a very good return. You and I does none of the work, puts up none of the capital, but we are the individuals that have to activate the contract. So we pay an activation fee of $100. We choose whether we want it to be for 3 years, 5 years, or 7. And then we do absolutely nothing. And at the end of 3 years, you will get $35,000+. At the end of 5 years, you will receive $470,000+. At the end of 7 years, you will receive right at $1 million. And the only exposure financially you will have had is $100. Because you didn't have to use your own money. You know how people have said this for years: smart people use other people's money. So you're not at risk, but you have the opportunity to change the financial trajectory of your retirement, of your grandchildren, your grandchildren, your ministry, your church, the mission projects that you want to do. Now, let's remember, you can only have one account. And let's remember, if you're a husband or wife, your spouse have to sign up under you. And all the children have to sign up under you, all your family. Your family cannot be different. That's the requirement. So just abide by it and you're good. You can only have one account per user, and your family members must have their own email address and they must have their own Cryptex wallet. You cannot fund an account from your wallet that does not belong to you. Every individual must fund their account from their own Cryptex wallet, whether it be your mother, your father, your brother, your sister, your husband or wife, your sons or daughter. Every individual must have their own email and they must have their own Bitcoin Cryptex wallet. And that account must be funded from that individual's wallet. So in other words, I cannot take my wallet and fund your account from it. I cannot do that. You must have your own email. You must have your own Cryptex wallet, and the money must go through your Cryptex wallet, and then from your Cryptex wallet to fund your contract. If it's not done that way, you'll lose it, and every account that is associated with it will lose it. You cannot fund any accounts but your own from your Cryptex wallet. So as long as you abide by those straightforward rules, you have nothing to worry about. Well, I hope you've got this. I know I'm excited about it. Just wanted to talk to you about it. And I hope you see it. I hope you will share it. You see the link on the screen there. You can get that link and you can go back and watch that webinar again. You can go back and there are other videos on that same page and you can watch it. And when you click on it, you can get your free Cryptex account. If you scroll down, if you get that link that's on my screen right now, and you scroll down to the bottom where it says get started, you'll be able to sign up for a free Cryptex wallet. That's one of the things you will have to do. Once you get your free Cryptex wallet, you don't have to fund it right away. You can fund it whenever you want to, but you need to get your Cryptex wallet so that you can fund it straight from your Bitcoin account. If you need help with that, I'll be able to help you there and show you how to get your Bitcoin address, show you how to get the Bitcoins through Cash App and how to send it from Cash App to your Cryptex wallet, and then how to take it from your Cryptex wallet to activate your contract. I'll be able to help you do that. Now, if you want to hire our services to work for you on that behalf, you can do that as well. I'm going to be talking about how you can do that. And for those of you that want to do the business part, I'm going to be talking about how you can be a part of get registered for our training classes on the business part, the affiliate marketing part of Cryptex currency. And we're going to be going through classes. You'll be able to register. You have to have a small nominal fee, and then you register for these classes, and we'll walk you through all of the concepts and how you can just come in and do absolutely nothing, and you're going to be as good as you want to be, make as much as you want to make. We're going to also talk about how you can come in and activate your contracts and then still utilize the other methods to make an immediate income right now. We're going to be able to share with you how you can do that and train you in that operation. So I'm looking forward to this, and I really am thanking God for the opportunity, and I thank God to be able to share it with you. I hope that you will understand that we're not trying to hype you up or nothing. We're not trying to tell you that we've gotten thousands and thousands of dollars. I am telling you that I have done the research here, and Cryptex is real. They're a legitimate operation, and I've visited the blockchain. I've seen my transactions on the blockchain. I happen to know something about blockchain finances and how it works. It is the most secured financial transactions platform there is available to us. And so when it shows up on the blockchain, then it cannot be changed. It is not, no one can go and then change it. Okay. So understand this, do your own research, but this is a real bona fide, legitimate operation that you owe it to yourself to give it a shot. You'll look back 5 years from now and you'll say, thank God I didn't pass up on this. Because after all, it's just $100 for 5 years. That's $20 a year. I know that you can do it. And I'm encouraging you to do it. And that's the reason I wanted to show you. I have now activated 3 contracts, and next month I'm going to activate another one, because I am utilizing this to help support world missions. I'm utilizing this to bring foreign ministers to America, train them here in America, and send them back to their homeland to minister the gospel of Jesus Christ. I am on a mission, and I believe that God opens up provisions for ministries. And so with the world going the way it is, we are going to need this godly insight. We're going to need to be prepared for the things that is coming in the world today. And I believe this is an excellent opportunity for us to utilize it and prepare so that we can continue to promote the gospel, support missions around the world, and strengthen the body of Christ everywhere we can. So if you're watching this presentation and have watched it, I hope that you won't let yourself rest until you get at least one contract. Get as many as you can, but at least one activated so that you'll have that process started and be moving closer to the payoff time. And if you want to do the business, it's an easy business. We're going to be showing you how to market it, how to get started. You don't have to write nothing. It's just copy and paste and send it out. That's a simple operation, and I know you can do it. Well, I'm going to leave you right there. I hope you've enjoyed this presentation. I've enjoyed sharing it with you. I'm Jerome Jones saying, have yourself now a Jesus-filled day. Bye-bye.
Thanks for tuning in to Making Provisions for Ministries, hosted by Bishop Jerome Jones. Join us every week as we discuss aiding ministries in financial growth and prosperity. This is your opportunity to delve into strategies for expanding ministries and acquiring the necessary resources for survival in today's world, and discover practical solutions and actionable steps applicable to any congregation. So until next time, God bless from your friends at Making Provisions for Ministries with host Bishop Jerome Jones.